Oh, wow. How are you, Edward? It's great to see you, buddy.
Good to see you again.
Hello, Noi. How are you? Look at you. And I would have driven in further, but you had a fairly large roadblock there.
Yeah. This is one of the rescued elephants called Bun Mi, rescued from the streets of Thailand, basically a begging elephant. She's about 60 years old, and she's retired. And the only thing she does is eat, sleep, and poo.
Well, I'm here to work, mate.
Your vet skills should be coming in handy with girls like this.
Yeah.
But I think we should first have a tour.
Edwin founded the Wildlife Rescue Centre in 2001. It's a sanctuary for hundreds of animals, which are the victims of maltreatment or neglect.
Somehow I like to believe that once the animals arrive at the rescue centre, they got another chance at life. In most cases, we are able to do that. So that's a good feeling. The difference we make on the whole scale of things, this huge illegal wildlife trade, what we do is a little drop. But for the animals that we've rescued, it was a world of a difference.
Hello. This isn't a zoo for the public to visit, but it does open its doors to volunteers from around the world.
I was only meant to stay 6 weeks and I've stayed 11. It just opens your eyes to how much damage humans have caused, but also how much good you can do in return.
We've got one elephant called Buangun. She's an old lady. She needs some treatment for her abscesses. She got half a dozen abscesses over her body, and maybe you could help and check on her and help to clean it out.
All glamorous jobs, right?
Yep, only for you, special jobs.
I've done plenty of abscesses in dogs and cats, but I get the feeling with an elephant, it might be entirely different.
At the Wildlife Friends Foundation in Thailand, Chris is helping out the boss, Edwin Week.
That's an abscess there?
Yeah, that's one of the abscesses that needs treatment.
9 rescue elephants are now permanent residents at the centre, and most have chronic, long-term health issues.
She's been used heavily in the tourism industry and before that in the logging industry. So she has had these abscesses probably years before she was rescued. She had about triple amount of abscesses when she was brought in, but the treatment has been taken over 2 years now. So it's a matter of cleaning really well every other day.
That's why I'm here.
To treat a girl this size, it's going to take a team effort.
So we got some volunteers, 2 girls from Australia, 1 from Canada, and they're going to help you.
Hello, how you going?
Hello, good, thanks.
So you guys can help? Band together, a bit of Aussie spirit and triumph over the Dutchman here?
That time.
These abscesses are huge. I mean, they make grapefruits look small. You can feel the pus inside them too. So it's important we get as much pus out of those as we can.
Thailand has about 2,200 elephants in the wild and approximately 2,500 in captivity. The problem is that captive elephants are placed under the livestock laws, so they can be bought and sold just like a cow, a horse, or a buffalo. But we have no animal welfare laws. So the treatment of elephants in captivity is hard to control. And that's one of our biggest problems.
So you got a favourite in there? Amongst the corn, the pineapple?
She really likes the corn.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Elephants are being exploited, working long hours, going through heavy training sessions with a lot of cruelty. I think that's one of the biggest problems we really have when it comes to animal welfare. It's not only the local tourism industry now demanding for these elephants, even China as a growing nation now wants these elephants. And you know, when there's a demand and there's a lack of enforcement, there's going to be illegal trade.
That is deep.
Yeah, huge.
The really hard thing to accept about all these abscesses is that they all arise from the same cause. This hard life these elephants have had to lead. Oh, there we go. The worry with Bua is, given her history in logging and in tourism, that perhaps mahouts may have hit her with sticks. Those little sticks break the skin, bacteria get underneath the skin, and from there set up infections. Now we've got it clean, the plan is to try to get as much of this antibiotic cream up there as we can. And then, with any luck, this might just stay in there. Just make sure that that environment in there, which is now sterile, stays as close to that as possible. All right, next one. There we go. Here's the leg. It's almost like she knows I'm out there somewhere and just isn't quite sure where, so just starts kicking in all directions. While this is an uncomfortable thing for Bill to go through, it's just such a small part of a day. The rest of a day is filled up with play, filled up with food, and filled up with love. And it's miles away from her old life. I think after we've had a bath together and I've tended to your wounds, we now know each other quite well. So it only makes sense that I'd feed you as well, yeah? Cool. Beautiful. This is a good spot.
Yeah.
Chris and Edwin are about to release a wild monkey which was terrorising children at a local school.
Go this way.
Yeah. So just looking for a shady spot close to that, that hill there.
I'm actually quite worried he's going to go after us. So I think it's better to actually put the cage on the side, unlock it, walk a few meters back, and let it go.
Right. Okay, let's do this.
There he goes. That was easy.
You're going slow for a change.
We're in a forest area, and it wouldn't surprise me if we encounter some heavy traffic.
After releasing the rogue monkey, Chris and Edwin are heading back to the rescue centre.
As we're driving along, Edwin's going quite slow and has this smirk on his face. I know something's up.
Look, there's an elephant here, right next to the village.
All of a sudden, I see exactly why Edwin's on the go slow. A big male elephant up here, just on the side of the road.
Yeah, and you got to realize that this is not one of the elephants at our rescue center. This is a wild one.
Yeah. I mean, he could pick this car up if he wants to, push it over to the side.
He could do anything he likes. There was another one just behind there in the bushes as well.
Incredible to see them this close when they're wild. I mean, you're used to seeing elephants in zoos and appreciating their size and their majesty, but when he's here and now just turning, just have a look here, that would be a freak out.
There's more there.
Yeah.
Look at him, how he impressive kind of walking, and
I guess this is really what it's all about for you though, Edward, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's actually seeing the animals in the wild. I mean, rescuing them's great, but to see them not needing rescuing must be even more special.
Yeah, it is great. It's great to see them in the wild. It's a pity that they're along the road.
In Thailand, Chris and wildlife warrior Edwin Week have encountered a daily problem.
There's a road going right through the forest. It's actually quite a busy road. And people are throwing food out of the cars, feeding the elephants over there. This has changed behavior of the elephants. The elephants are actually waiting for food now, instead of foraging themselves. Look at her, she's in protection mode. The tail up, see the tail being higher up, and then when she looked at us, the ears wide open like that. This kind of roadblock is not easy to be ignored by people, even with a large car. These elephants can stop you, and they can do a lot of damage to your car, your property, or if you're on a motorbike, to you.
Motorcycle riders can just get swiped off their bikes. Only a few weeks ago, a monk was killed when he went out to try to feed one of the elephants. It's dangerous.
You don't know that he might not even want to kill somebody. They don't know their own strength. And, you know, that's one of the problems we face here with these elephants. And they get so close to people so often, they lose respect. Yeah. Thousands of people pass through this road every day, up and down. And that's one of the problems. You see, here, they're starting some kind of fencing to stop the elephants coming out of the jungle. Yeah. But it ain't gonna stop them. Yeah. Without electrical fencing, that ain't gonna work.
The elephant is such a strong symbol of Thailand, yet the reality of the elephant's plight here is anything but strong. There are only 2,200 left in the wild, and those, as we've seen here, are pretty vulnerable.
Every day in Thailand, it's an ongoing struggle to get the right balance between people and animals. Edwin's passion is finding that balance.
I think a very important message is that we should not exploit wildlife.
Come on.
Whether it's for tourism, in a zoo, a circus, wildlife needs to be in the wild.
Yeah.
Do you want to go breaking that in half?
I want it to be possible to close down this place that we're not needed anymore.
Yeah.
Sit back.
Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. There will always be a need for wildlife rescue centers like ours. Second best would be to grow in size, give the animals more space and a better life than they already got.
The rescue centre here survives entirely on donations. They get food from some of the local farmers in return for care of their animals. But financially, a lot of the donations come from Australia and from other countries all around the world.
In you go. Start scrubbing.
What's this?
Get in and you'll find out.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I thought this was the quiet time.
For the elephants, sure. Yeah. Volunteers' work is never done.
While the money makes a huge difference, there's nothing that can replace the care, the time, the love shown by the volunteers that work here.
I actually just wanted to see him with his shirt off.
It's always great to have a vet extra, you know? It's like tools. You can't have enough of them. For that, it's been a great week.
Can you feel that?
I really need all the help I can get. Any vet nurse, whatever. We need people to help all these animals.
Oh, you're a good girl.
The first couple of years when I did this work, I would go on a rescue and see an elephant badly treated or see a monkey in a very tiny cage, and I used to get furious with the owners.
There you go.
I realized after a couple of years that that approach doesn't really work. If I want people to support our work, I need to make sure they understand what's wrong and what they've done wrong without making them feel guilty.
That's amazing.
Yes, I still get angry, but I won't show it. I'm determined to help the animal, and I always tell myself and the animal in question that this is the day everything is going to change. Everything that happened is over, and from now on, things are only going to get better.
I really think what being here has taught me is the fact that when you travel to a place like Thailand, you have to do it with open eyes and be aware of what you're seeing. That photo on the street with that amazing animal or that elephant ride, sometimes it comes at a cost, and it's not just financial. Hey, I was just coming to say goodbye, but I think you're about to beat me to it.
Yeah, I'm afraid we gotta go too. There's another rescue coming in.
Okay. Well, mate, I just want to say thank you.
Thanks for coming by.
been
Thank you
incredible.
for being here, helping out, and please spread the word.
I will. I'll do that for sure. I mean, look, you've opened my eyes to what you're battling here, but also I think my eyes have been open to the challenges. It's
Yeah.
been incredible. So thank you, Noy.
Thank you, thank you for coming and visit us.
I'll see you later.
My baby's still same, so.
I tried.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
See you later. Thanks, Chris.
No worries.
Bye.
Chris has travelled to the vast Shamwari Game Reserve on the southern coast of South Africa. He's been invited to be part of an important elephant conservation program.
You would not believe it, but we're going to make an elephant asleep.
It's all happening now.
Chris is joining doctors Johan Newbear and John O'Brien, and the bull elephant they're searching for today is young, fertile and dangerous.
We need to dart him basically with a dart gun. So we anaesthetize the animal, and then we need to do some contraceptive work in it.
So it's still up here?
Yeah, but it's out in the open. You see, when we dart, you know, what we really got to consider is it can take 10-15 minutes for the animal to go down.
Sure.
It can also move a long way in that period of time. So we don't want to do it where it's right, even in the open, but with thicket all around, you know.
You can safely assume that this elephant isn't going to want to have its contraception or have a blood sample taken. And when you're talking about something that's the size of a small truck that can charge you, we have to be so careful here.
Is that him? Okay, this is in, Chris.
Wow.
Chris and the team have spotted the young elephant.
This is the bull we're looking for. You'll see he's got a nice big tear in the top of the right ear.
This 20-year-old male has been singled out for contraception.
There's no doubt that the poaching and killing of elephants has been a huge problem throughout Africa. But in recent years, certain pockets have found their numbers have gone through the roof. Now they're left with two options. You either kill the elephants or use contraception, because if those numbers stay the same, it's just too damaging on the environment.
All right, now you see he's on the bank of the river,
Yep.
and he's going to follow a road that runs parallel to the river. My recommendation is we let him walk to get into the open area on the other side.
Sure.
And we dart him there.
Yeah. So the risk is that if we do it now, that river could be where he heads.
Absolutely. If he had to get drowsy and actually go down to the river and fall in, he'll drown.
It's crucial the team gets close enough to dart the elephant so the contraceptive can be administered. But they don't want to spook him.
As with anything, humans, animals, there's this comfort zone. If I had to go too close to him, he would feel that and he'd get grumpy. He'd either run off or he'll turn around and say to us, back off, you know?
All of a sudden, the elephant starts heading away from the river, and Chris now urgently needs to get ready to dart him.
Okay, Chris, would you like to pressurise and then load it?
Yeah. So the plan is just to wait here and see if he heads into an open space there?
Yes, and I think once we're pressurised, I'll go round so that I'm in the open area itself.
Yep. There are a couple of challenges here. I mean, first of all, elephants have incredibly tough skin, so you need to be able to penetrate that with a dart. But you don't want to use so much force that it actually causes injury to that leg.
Unless you can go to the middle of his backside, eh?
Yeah. Okay. Is it a better position now?
Yeah, it's quite nice. It's in the open area.
Okay.
Hopefully it won't run too much once we dart it.
Right.
I'm going to go a bit forward just so that we can get a better shot of his shoulder, because the wind moves the dart quite a lot.
Yeah. The fact is, I've got one shot at this. If something goes wrong, he could turn and charge, and from that distance, a dart ain't going to stop him.
That was a perfect placement.
Didn't like that at all. It looks like it has fired, do you agree?
Yeah, I think so. Johan's checking to see. Did it go in?
It's fine. The plunger is down, so it's fine.
Okay.
He's not happy.
Chris is working alongside the reserve's vets, Dr. Johan Hubert and John O'Brien. Now the elephant has been darted, it's a waiting game for the tranquiliser to take effect.
He seems a little bit agitated too. You can see he's spinning around and shaking his head and flapping his ears. Even though there was only 2 mils of anaesthetic, you can see just how powerful it is. There he goes.
The bull is finally down, but has fallen awkwardly, and now he's in grave danger.
Because of the big stomach, the pressure of the diaphragm, we need to get him sideways.
So essentially crushes his own lungs.
Yeah.
We've got a bit of a problem here. I mean, the way he's sitting like a dog, it's fine for so many other animals, but for an elephant, it means tons and tons of weight are pressing down on his lungs. The fact is we now need to roll him onto his side, otherwise we risk losing him.
It will be impossible for Chris and the other 2 vets to move the 4-ton elephant, so reinforcements are called to help.
Okay, we need you to come in as quick as you can, please.
Yeah, I am coming.
All right. I think we can get out now and check.
Yep.
The big bull is in trouble, and suddenly
Chris? Sorry, there's elephants running up behind.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, back on the vehicle, please.
so is the team.
Yeah, Anya, stay behind it. Let it go past us, please.
The problem we've got right now is that he's sitting in a dangerous position. We need to roll him onto his side. That's where these guys come in, but the problem is that this elephant over here that's circling and looking quite agitated too.
We need to get to that one, but we can't because of that one.
At the Shamwari Game Reserve in South Africa, Chris and the team anxiously need to reach a tranquilised elephant.
The problem we've got right now is that he's sitting in a dangerous position. We need to roll him onto his side. That's where these guys come in, but the problem is that this elephant over here that's circling and looking quite agitated too. It's all happening, huh?
The intruder suddenly loses interest.
He's going to join up with the herd.
Yeah.
So he'll go into the bushes. I think we can actually drive a bit closer.
Yep.
Just so we've got the vehicles there for safety. All right, Bruce, we're going to start putting him over.
Finally, they can get to the tranquilised elephant.
Wow, it's incredible.
Time is critical. If the huge beast isn't moved quickly, its lungs will be crushed.
That's the dart there. You can see the plunger's right to the top, so he does actually have all of those drugs on board. So that's a comforting sign when you've got this many people around an elephant. It's time to get this elephant on his side, and that means all hands on deck.
But the massive beast won't budge.
There's only one other choice. Bring in the car. It's time to exchange manpower for horsepower.
Get a bit more, Bruce.
In South Africa, Chris and the team are urgently trying to roll the tranquilised elephant onto its side.
There's only one other choice. Bring in the car. It's time to exchange manpower for horsepower.
If they can't manoeuvre the elephant, it's at risk of crushing its lungs.
Get a bit more, Bruce. Okay, whoa. Nice and gentle.
Well done. It's amazing. He's fully out now. All right. Okay, so you can hear the air rushing out of this trunk here. This is how he's going to be breathing right now. So just so he can breathe and keep him stable, we just need to keep that nice and straight. All right, so blood samples first.
Yes, yeah, just flap it completely over. There we are.
Oh, it's a big
So what we do is we close the eye, and you've got quite a nice vein to take blood from, eh?
With the elephant stable, it's time to perform some blood tests.
If I miss that, there are serious problems, aren't there? The whole point of this blood test is to measure his testosterone levels. That's the hormone we're trying to suppress, so we need to know its levels before he has the contraception.
So it's almost for two reasons why we're doing this. Is the one that we want to suppress testosterone for the behavior, and the other is almost like trials that we do to see if this is a way of contraception that we can use.
If trials are successful, more bull elephants will be given contraception. This will help control herd numbers in parts of South Africa where they simply can't sustain so many elephants.
He's a bad boy.
He's actually quite a bad boy, quite a naughty one, yeah. We were actually quite fortunate to get him in the open like this.
Yeah. So this might just pull him back into line.
With the blood testosterone level determined, Chris can work out exactly how much contraceptive vaccine to give this young bull.
Right, so in the elephant world, it's the male that goes in the pill. So he's just going to get 5 mils of this drug here. The whole point of this injection is to essentially stop any of that alpha male aggressive or dominant behaviour, but also importantly, it's going to stop him from breeding. Okay. Now that all our work here is done, it's time to wake him up with a reversal agent. Now, I've been caught out in Africa before with animals waking up just a little bit quicker than I thought, so we're not going to take any chances here.
Okay, thank you.
Let's go.
In South Africa, a massive bull elephant is about to wake up after being given a contraceptive.
It's not going to muck around. Within seconds, his eyes are open. He's waking up quickly, but not quite as quickly as a rhino I treated on my last trip to Africa.
Watch out, watch out.
The rhino woke up far quicker than anticipated, and Chris had to make a run for it.
Yeah, I'd go, I'd go.
Luckily, the rhino called off the chase.
I've got some oxygen.
He's going to get up, eh?
Here we go. Oh, up you get, big boy. There we go. He doesn't muck around. There's something majestic and almost spiritual about watching a 4-ton elephant rise to his feet and really become the king of the African savannah once more. And then kind of changes the purity of the moment.
He's quite relaxed. So all's well that ends well, eh?
Yeah. It's just incredible. It's like nothing happened at all. He's back on his feet and ready to go. And all right, away he goes. Mate, thank you. That was very special, Johan. Thank you.
That was a pleasure. Thank you, eh?
Sure, he gave us a few heart palpitations, but to be this close to the biggest of the big five has been a real privilege. But also to be able to help out a species that has been under so much pressure is something I'll never forget.
Trishy, come on, let's go.
At Perth Zoo,
Good girl.
elephants elderly Trisha and younger Permai are being
girl.
taken for their morning fitness walk.
Come on, Trish, come on, let's go.
Dr. Peter Ritchie is on his way to join them.
I know we're not meant to have favourites, but I definitely have a bit of a soft spot for our elephants, especially for our old girl Trisha.
Hey, beautiful Trisha.
Trish, get over. Good.
She is our 61-year-old Asian elephant. So regular health checks are really important for Trisha. She's an old lady with a bit of arthritis, so I like to keep an eye on how she's walking.
Good girl.
So how is she going with her general health at the moment? Is everything going okay?
Yeah, for her age, she's going extremely well.
Yeah.
Trisha has been at the zoo for 56 years, and senior elephant keeper Kirsty has been looking after her for more than a decade.
Good girl, come on.
Some of my earliest memories are of Trisha and coming to the zoo. For a child, it's just amazing to see that such an animal exists in our world. And I remember vividly the day that the news came out that Trisha had got friends, and it was on the front page of the paper, and we were so excited and we needed to come to the zoo to meet Trisha's friends. Oh, hello. Perth loves Trisha. We all know her, and we all love and care for her. Who's my beautiful girl?
Only around 40,000 Asian elephants are left in the wild, and with illegal poaching and deforestation, their numbers are dwindling.
They are endangered and special ambassadors for their species, so people come here, fall in love, and hopefully want to do something about saving them. Do you still find that you get amazed by things with them?
Every day, hey. Wake up in the morning and pinch myself.
All right, Trisha, time for your medication.
As part of the management plan for her arthritis,
How are you feeling today?
elderly Trisha needs daily medication. But Trisha isn't a big fan of the taste. And she makes her feelings known.
Oh, that's quite a present. Trish was named after Miss Australia 1963, so she shares her name with another very beautiful lady.
How you going, my beautiful girl?
At 61, Trisha is quite old, and she's showing some signs of age-related changes.
Trisha needs daily medication to help with her arthritis, but she isn't too keen on the taste. So Peter and the team have to use some tricks to help the medicine go down.
It's just like kids, you kind of have to mask the medication.
What is she like? A bit of peanut butter?
Yeah, it's a lot easier than getting a tablet in that tastes not so great.
Yeah.
So this is an anti-inflammatory.
It's important that we make sure she's comfortable in her final years and make sure that her quality of life improves every year she's here. So let's go give her her medications and a massage.
Cool.
A massage with a special device is also part of Trisha's daily care.
Trish, come on, let's go.
With her powerful trunk, clever Trisha can already smell the peanut butter.
An elephant's trunk is one of the most sensitive parts of its body, so she's using it to smell and feel everything around her. All right, Trisha, time for your medication. Ready? Here's your first sandwich. Girl. Yeah, all right, there you go. Last one. Awesome, all done.
The massager has also been helping her arthritis.
She would get stiffness in her wrist, but ever since using this, we haven't seen that at all.
There you go. Standing next to the elephant, it's amazing. And for it to be Trisha, the elephant, who is our elephant, is just even more of a connection for me and just means so much.
It's that little bit of connection that we hook into to hopefully get the next generation to try and save these guys.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for that, Kirsty, and thank you, Trisha. See you later.
See you, Pete.
For me, it is truly incredible that I came here as a child and experienced these animals, and now I get to work here alongside them and get to know them. And sometimes you're pinching yourself to wake yourself up and realise it is actual real life.